Internet marketing done backwards. Have you ever thought about trying internet marketing in reverse? After figuring out a couple of things, I thought of a different idea that's not quite revolutionary. A typical internet business starts by picking out a niche to work on, then creating a product, and finally finding an audience to sell your product to. If it fails to sell, you start the process all over again. If it hits the ground running, you start to make more products to sell to these same customers. This is a logical thing that most marketers do, right? But it might not be the smartest of moves. Suppose you decide to sell absolutely nothing for the first 2 or 3 months of your startup. You might see this as a ridiculous idea, but think about redirecting your focus on nurturing and building your audience. Once they know who you are and understand what you're talking about, you can then begin to sell your product to them. But I need cash. I need to make money, you say. Okay, I understand that because maybe you had started the process 3 months ago. As they say, the best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago, and the second best time is now. So bear with me for a little bit while we plant that tree in your mind now. Let's say you've taken up a new hobby. Maybe it is playing basketball. You're searching on the web and you find a new offer for a free basketball book for newbies. How to dunk the right way. You give your email address and the guide is sent to you. The next thing you know, this author is sending you basketball materials and offers every day. Buy this, get that, and this is on a consistent basis. What do? Maybe you end up buying something from them, or maybe you don't. But do you lose faith and unsubscribe from getting notifications from this person? Remember, this is the same person who gave you a valuable book in exchange for your email, and now they are bombarding you with numerous offers and marketing emails. This is how traditional internet marketing works, and most of the time, you get tired of the constant offers from the author, and you end up unsubscribing from their emails. It's no longer 1999, and it's time to adjust. Here's the second scenario. You sign up to be given a free ebook, and the author sends you an introductory message together with the ebook. The next day, they send you a great basketball tip. This now becomes a trend, and they send you a basketball tip every day. The author even throws in some basketball stories, a few jokes, and some basketball news, etc. Now you feel as though this author is your email basketball buddy and basketball expert. You don't see them as a person who wants to sell something to you. In fact, he has not tried to sell you anything in the last 2 months that you've been in touch. Maybe they've even sent you a couple of videos with cool tips, and you feel like you know them better now. In fact, your trust towards them starts growing, and you feel better that they have your best interest at heart. They have established a real relationship with you. Now, what do you think your reaction would be if this author recommends something to you or starts sending you occasional offers? The odds are you're going to give it consideration because your basketball buddy is recommending it to you. And if they're selling or recommending it to you, then it must be a great thing. As long as you find a product great and the author keeps sending you great advice and the best offers, you are likely to continue buying most of them. So, is it worth taking the 2 to 3 months to build relationships with your subscribers to make them loyal customers for a long, long time? Is it worth it to build a tight bond that will make them not want to unsubscribe from your updates? Do you want to be an expert and a go-to person and the one that they trust for tips, recommendations, and advice? Or do you want to be like another nuisance salesperson who is always pitching the latest product until a person unsubscribes from your list? You might ask, how do I wait for a whole 2 to 3 months before making a sale? I know this is a long time since everyone needs a quick buck, but you need a real investment of time and commitment. Let me try to put this into practical perspective. Let's say you're looking to open a business in your local town. You look for a location, pay the rent needed, get all the licenses required, buy the equipment that you need, order your inventory, get insurance, hire staff, etc. How long would this process take? How much would you need to accomplish that? And how long will it take to recover your expenses? The point I'm trying to put across here is the importance of building a viable way to come up with a six-figure business in less than a year, with virtually no out-of-pocket expense. To start with, you need a good autoresponder. You don't have to set up a blog right away because, for a start, you can do everything via email. This is a simple business model you can start today. It is better if you have expertise in your specific subject, but if you don't, it is high time you start learning because we are talking about a great deal here. You will need to devote at least 10 hours a week to this project. You will also need to sacrifice a small amount of your short-term income for a large share of income in the long term. Long-term here is about 2 to 3 months, and you will easily get continual growth for the first 6 to 9 months and then beyond. During this time, you will be learning about your audience and what they want. Experts always tell you to research what your audience wants before creating a product. At the end of the 2 to 3 month period, you will know precisely what people want. You will have people lining up to buy your products before you even start producing them. Think about that. You will know in advance that you're creating a product that will sell and sell really well. This is because your audience trusts you enough to disclose to you what they really want. Maybe not in a very subtle way, but in other ways such as, how do I blank? When you get the same questions frequently, you know there is a market for that product. Let me summarize. The old school method of internet marketing involves spending weeks creating a product that nobody knows about and then doing it again, or building a list and then killing it slowly with hard selling methods. The new school method involves spending 2 to 3 months building a rapport with your audience until they get to understand and trust you, and then you can make recommendations and create products based on what they truly want. Times have changed, and so should marketers. If we as marketers remain static and fail to adjust, our customers will leave us behind.